Welcome to the live, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the live, everybody. Hello, Jessica. We just getting started. So, I basically want to talk about how the whole world is pretty much afraid to struggle. And I just want to let y'all know that it's okay. It's okay to struggle, especially if that's where you came from. When you came from the struggle, you should never be afraid to struggle. But most importantly, you shouldn't fear anything. Welcome to the live, y'all. Yep. Make sure y'all get the likes up on this stream. Yeah, we got something to talk about today. And actually, I want to finish from where I left off last night when I was talking about people, how people are afraid to struggle. Appreciate y'all for hitting the likes. So number one, let's make sure that we stay engaged on the topic, because if you are not on topic, you will get kicked out of the stream. If you're being rude, disrespectful, or saying any inappropriate comments, you'll get kicked out of the stream. And just to let you know, you won't only be kicked out, but you will be blocked at the same time. So yeah, like, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but please just stay respectful. That's all we ask. We just ask for respect. Simple as that. And, if you want respect, then I'm sure you wouldn't have any trouble with respecting us on this stream. So anybody, anyway, let's get started, y'all. I got a few videos that I wanted to react to. And it's no secret that pretty much society is afraid to struggle. They are afraid of the struggle. They fear it because it's something that they've been trying to stay away from their whole entire lives. It's something that they really did not want to come their way. Something that they felt that they can run from and stay away from because their parents told them to, and their grandparents told them to, and their aunts and uncles told them to. Their aunts and their uncles described how they used to struggle and how it was when they were coming up and how they escaped all of that. And they escaped slavery, and you got Granny talking about she escaped, the slavery times. And basically, people, when they tell their story, they talk about how successful they have become, as if there was a finish line. You know what I'm saying? And so when they talk about how successful they have became and how they retired, and how much money you see them sitting on, and they got a big, beautiful, nice home, it's like you want the same exact goals. It's like you want to do the same thing. You don't want to be out here. Why would you want to lay out here on the streets? You're not lazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong with people. They feel like you must be lazy if you laying out on the streets. They don't care about your story. They don't want to hear your story. But what they fail to realize too is it's the journey, not the destination. And shout out to my husband, who is the moderator, who's always the moderator, who will always remain the moderator. Shout out to him. He always on point in live streams. Please make sure you respect my moderator as well, or If you disrespect the moderator, you'll be kicked out as well. So just to let you know. Um, so yeah, people have always been afraid to struggle, especially if they believe that they've gotten somewhere in life. They got their college degrees. They got they got them a nice home. They're doing well for themselves. Um, they're successful. They believe that them being financially successful can they can escape the struggle. Pretty much they can escape it. And I'm here to tell you that when God has his wrath upon America, there is no escape. You can run, but you can't hide. So I just want to let y'all know this is Bible prophecy that's unfolding. The food stamp crisis, and how they are about to enforce a lot of things when it pertains to food stamps. A lot of people are on the edge right now because Thanksgiving is coming up and they want to be able to celebrate, and they need their stamps so that they can celebrate. What do you mean, Daddy Government? We're not getting our stamps? What do you mean? 50% of what? Our stamps? Oh, no, you don't, Daddy Government. You better give me all of my stamps. Every last penny. Everything that you said that you were going to give me. You said that you were going to take care of my kids. What do you mean, Daddy Government? Why is it taking so long? Hurry up. The clock is ticking. So you got a lot of Americans on edge right now. Even the working class. You know what? I'm surprised. You know what I'm surprised about? I am surprised that nobody sees how this is all related to one another. No need to divide is what I mean. I'm surprised nobody is seeing that we, the people, are about to struggle together. No matter if you have a job and you're not on stamps, that doesn't matter. Look at the bigger picture right now, guys, please. Look at the bigger picture right now. And I own no copyrights to the music that's playing in the background. Look at the bigger picture. A lot of these grocery stores rely heavily on EBT SNAP benefits. And a lot of them is saying this is the only way that business is going to stay open. Places like Walmart, who makes actually what, $2 billion a month? Walmart makes $2 billion a month and they couldn't help at all? Makes me wonder. The Trump and his administration and his people's on over there, you know what they doing right now? They are building a ballroom. While the people suffer, they are going to build a ballroom. And he's had many donations from many corporations, many different corporations donating to funding this. Meanwhile, watch out now. Watch out now. Don't step in our way while we're trying to build this. Hey, you said they're hungry over there. The children are, we're trying to build a ballroom. Stay out the way. We got to get this done so we can sit back, be rich, enjoy our lives, eat our popcorn, and laugh and giggle and love on one another as the American people suffer. And there's chaos everywhere. It's time to ask more of our. So watch out while we finish building on our ballroom. Although those funds could have definitely went to, food stamps, doesn't matter. But Why did I say that? I brought that up because y'all got to understand something. The same exact people that you have believed in and trusted in your whole entire life, look at what they're doing to you. God wouldn't do that to you. He wouldn't turn his back on you. And as a matter of fact, just because you have to go through some things in your life does not mean that God doesn't love you, because he loves us all. He loves us all, and he allows us to go through things in our life so it can make us greater. That's the whole entire thing in a nutshell. But people don't want to pay attention to that. Yeah, God doesn't love us because why would he allow us to go through a food stamp crisis? My children are hungry. Because it's beauty in a struggle and it's ugliness in its success. Look at all of those people out there with that's evil and wicked with money. Evil and what's up, Mr. Carter? Welcome to the stream. Evil and wicked with money. You said it's rich folks who are struggling worse than the poor folks. Savior guilt, I think it's called, but we ain't no different. Y'all, the money controls y'all. Let it go. Let God. Yes. Yes, please stop letting the money control you. I'm not letting the money control me. How? How? Especially if you believe that we should be divided amongst one another while they sit back. The Democrats and the Republicans, they eat dinner together. They eat lunch together. They go to, the ballrooms and all type of things together. They are actually laughing together with their champagne glasses in their hands while sipping and just not even thinking or giving a damn about us suffering. As a matter of fact, they talking about how much more money they can make, They want to fund the chaos, okay? They'll fund the chaos. They will. And they'll sit back and they'll watch the chaos unfold and act like they don't know what's going on, what's happening. Why are the people so angry? It's just that we don't have enough money. Y'all don't see over all the years what these politicians have done to you. They have played in your face time and time again. When is it that people are going to wake up and see that? And stop the voting, okay? Because voting does nothing. It does nothing. I'm sorry to tell you that. I know a lot of people is going to hate the fact that I said that, but it is the truth. Just like a lot of things that you denied, just like you never thought that your food stamps would go off. It's the truth. It's the truth. People are literally crying. Man, let me start playing these videos. People are literally crying because their food stamps are going off. These are the same people, and I keep saying this because it's true. Same people that go to church, that make, spiritual videos and, that tell you to trust God and, you know, they pull out the Bible and they're reading scriptures, and they went from that to uploading videos of themselves every day talking about their food stamp crisis as if the whole world is not about to, unfortunately, go through something. I'm just going to say that. So, and you know what? That's my last time watering it down. I'm going to start being 100 with y'all and letting y'all know the actual words. Because I just watered that down for you a little bit. Because I know a lot of people, they are emotionally sensitive by any little thing that I say. You got people in a live stream telling me to shut up. You want to know why? Because they don't want to hear that. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to hear that they have to be on that same exact side where people is receiving government assistance, as if they're not the ones that's receiving some sort of assistance from the government. Make that make sense? How can we be divided amongst one another when you got people that work at these jobs full time, overtime, that's making money, getting paid every 2 weeks? They really believe in their minds that they are not reliant on the government. Who has to print the checks? Where does all this come from? How are you able to get your check? You have to rely on the government. And even when you file your taxes, guess what? You're still reliant on the government. You didn't escape the system. You really thought you did. Okay, let me be honest with you. You didn't escape the system just because you work full time or you work overtime and you don't get actual government assistance. You're still being assisted by the government because you work a job and you have to wait for them to pay you. And you're reliant on that check. Right? You reliant on that check to be able to pay your bills, pay your rent, pay your car note. Because you believe that if you don't pay your bills, your water or your gas or your lights is going to get shut off. You believe that if you don't pay your rent, uh you'll be kicked out. You believe if you miss any payments on your vehicle, it will get repoed. So the American people live in fear every day, you know? Um, but let's be 100 here. The food stamps should not be an excuse, okay? Everybody was on edge before the food stamp crisis. Have we forgot about that? Forgot about how everybody was complaining and making videos about, how, well, I wouldn't say complaining. I would just say forgot how everybody was crying about you know, the prices in the store, in the grocery stores. The mortgage went up, their rent went up. Um, you know, prices is just skyrocketing. People were already, they were already feeling away about that, about the prices rising. Now, to add on to rising prices, Daddy Government is stating 42 million people are at risk of not receiving their food stamps for Thanksgiving. You said this should tell everyone that we should have been united. Sad thing is the only way to fix it is us coming together. Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be any reason for y'all to continue to finish what they have started, which is division amongst us. It's a shame how people actually feed right into that. And they don't even look at the bigger picture. They just feel like, you know what? They're right about what they are saying about those people. About those people over there. They're right. Those people do steal. Those people do always have their hand out. You said they basically should not be too comfortable. People can lose their job due to looting, and sadly everyone uh sells something. So hey, good luck. What's up, Sleepy? Welcome to the stream. We 24 minutes in, so we pretty much just getting started. You already know I be doing a lot of talking in the beginning, and then I started showing the videos. But yeah, I gotta talk about how people are, and we are 4 days into November. Put it right in the chat. Put in the chat if y'all have had any theft in your area lately. If people have been already at it, Put it in the chat. Of course, they already doing something that they've been doing in Chicago. You know, they already. My husband told me that some female got caught stealing liquor out of the grocery store this morning, and man, what's up, time? Welcome to the live. Um, you know, well, I'm glad y'all here, cause hey, it's either go hard or go home. And to be honest, I'm not gonna go home. um, yeah. Oh, you said yeah. So yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people from different cities across the US talking about how the theft in their area is getting diabolical. You know, they're already going crazy. People and you know what? I have not heard anybody saying that they are grateful to be able and honored to be able to struggle. I haven't heard anybody say that. I haven't heard anybody say any positive things about it. I've only heard the negative portion. Oh, I hear the people already. Duh, it's negative. Of course. Who would want to struggle? I don't feel like kids should have to go hungry at all. If you ask me, I don't feel like nobody should have to go hungry, but you got to make it work. And you got to count on the Most High God while doing it. Seems like a lot of people forgot that. Seems like a lot of people really forgot that. One thing I know about Time, man, Time, he be typing real fast, you know. It seemed like Time be typing like with no time, like he just instant. He be on it. Let me see. You said not yet because of EBT card, but people still every day. Yeah, they do. You said she was drunk trying to steal a bottle. Why she getting drunk? A lot of people is starting to pick up old habits that they used to have now. A lot of people are going to feel like something is going to soothe them through this crisis. And I feel bad for the children for sure. Because they got a lot of, parents that don't know how to control their thoughts. They don't know how to control themselves. They cannot keep themselves under control. All they do is worry. Your kid sitting in the other room chilling, relaxing. You in the other room worrying, breaking down, crying, saying, "How am I going to feed my child?" Meanwhile, your pantry is stocked, fridge stocked, cabinet stocked. Start trying to make that work first and put that food that you got in there to use. Cause a lot of y'all just want to go buy your Thanksgiving turkeys and hams and mac and cheese and soul food and stuff like that for Thanksgiving. And that's why a lot of y'all crying. Y'all are not used to this. Nothing has ever happened this way for you in the last 10 years. So you have a right to cry and scream. I'll tell you what, you do have a right to cry and scream and holler. If you want to, get it all out. Scream out the whys and the hows and why me, do it. And after you done, pick yourself back up and humble yourself through this, for real. Because your child is counting on you right now. And a lot of y'all feel like y'all are failures and stuff like that because we going through this. No, you not. And when you get that 50% of your food stamps that you usually would get, please, whatever you do, budget it and buy stuff that makes sense. You say you will never hear anybody say that they're grateful or thankful for being alive, because when you are entitled, when you are selfish, when you are lazy and looking for handouts and not being self-sufficient, exactly. Um, you said most people would never admit their struggle. Pride is stronger than faith in God Himself. Um, I appreciate you for that time. I really do appreciate you. Uh, Adam says, "What kind of food do you think is gonna work? Whatever you think you can make work. Make a big pot of something that's gonna last you for a few days, for a week or so. You know, not gonna say or so, because if anything, it possibly should last you for a week, if anything, you know, but at least make it work for a few days. I'm just saying, man, people gotta humble themselves and look, you you gotta put the shrimp down and the lobsters and the steaks and pick up the rice and the beans and the tuna and you name it. Okay? Pick that up. I know I could just see the females now. Girl, you sound crazy as hell. I'm not finna pick that up, girl. What? She talking about rice and beans and stuff. Girl, bad. You eat that. What do I look like? My stamps need to come on, like for real. And they taking too long. What is taking so long? What is they doing in the White House? Damn, I need my stamps. Cause if I don't get my stamps, I'm about to go crazy. Cause me and my cousins finna kick the doors of the grocery stores in. If I don't get my stamps. Girl, bad. You talking about eat beans and rice and stuff as if you don't be doing the seafood boils. I don't. What do you mean? I don't need the lobsters and the steaks and the shrimps. I don't care about it. Okay? Or the chicken, because I know I can hear everybody now. What about the chicken? What about the beef? Nope, not that either. I don't care. Long, you know what? Why would I give a damn about meat if I literally only eat one meal a day? If I, hey, I don't even think about the meat. I just think about putting something on my stomach. Real talk. Right. You got to limit your intake and stay active, bro. Why would y'all want to intake? Why would you want to take all of this unhealthy food in anyway? And then when it's time to run from something, you can't even catch your breath. You talking about you done took 2 steps and you already, girl, hold on. The aliens running behind you and everything. Girl, woo. The aliens finna get you. You better run. Your friend telling you, hurry up, girl, the aliens coming. She, girl, I can't. Shit. Forget it. Just eat me. Like, you gotta literally stay. You know what? I'm not even gonna. There was a family member. I'm not gonna say this family member's name or anything like that. Who actually, was basically telling me about how they are insecure with their weight because they gained a lot of weight, especially over the last 2 years, and after they had their child. So I was just basically encouraging her, and I'm like, it's nothing for you to, it's nothing for you to, you don't have to be insecure about something like that. All you have to do is just work towards losing it. She said, I can't because I love to eat. I have to eat. And I was like, well, what I do is just I just got to eating one meal a day because of the struggle. Mind y'all, off topic real quick. It says 0 people in the stream, so we know. Just to let y'all know, man, it's the illusion for real. And this is to all my up and coming big content creators or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But on the road to 1 million type people, whatever the case may be, I want you to pay attention to that and pay attention to your chat. See, it don't add up. You feel me? You got 3 people in the stream that's typing, but it says 0. So that lets you know that YouTube is steady playing with you. Okay? Just want to let y'all know that real quick. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I was just basically encouraging her and whatnot. And I'm like, all you got to do is just, stay active. Stay active, move a lot, get moving, uh, narrow it down to, 2 meals, then 1 meal if you can. She said that, she just loves to eat. And I was like, okay, you know, I mean, you can only do so much with trying to help people or give them a little bit of advice or whatever. But yeah, you got people out here that's they are insecure with their weight, but they continue to eat though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if they like to eat or complain about their weight. I don't know which. How does this sound to y'all? So, do you feel like a person should cry and complain about their weight while eating? Yeah, I don't know how that sounds. But okay, let me get to the chat. You said her lashes blocked her from running. Facts. You said one of the things that my pops instilled in me is to be very self-sufficient. You cannot rely on the government. You should not even be relying on family or friends. Life is about you. Facts. I'm telling you. We rely on God, yeah. Uh you said people need to start fasting and learning how to not eat and survive because yes, it's coming. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you it's coming. Because so look, me and my husband started this 1 meal per day all the way back in like August, or I think it was July. Yeah, July or August. And it was just, life itself showing us that we have to be a lot more disciplined with what we eat, how we eat, when we eat. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we had to go through that back in July or August, whatever the case is, and we're here now in November and they're telling people you won't be getting the food stamps, and also not even just people that won't be getting food stamps is going to be affected, but the people that don't get food stamps at all is going to be affected too, just to let you know. Don't think y'all off the hook. Everybody is going to be affected. This is going to be a food crisis. This is the start of a food shortage. This is what they have been talking about that is to come. The food shortage is what they have been warning us about over the last few years. And here we stand. People keep on saying stock up, stock up. Yeah, but when there is mass chaos across the world because of a food shortage and a food crisis and the people are going hungry, ain't that much stocking up you could do. I mean, you can, don't get me wrong, you can have some emergency goods and stuff on you, don't get me wrong, but it's like when when Bible prophecy is unfolding and things are happening to the world, to the people, I mean, look, you get what I'm saying. You said I don't worry about looking at a zero in my bank account before it had anything in it. A zero is always encouraging and motivating me. You feel me? Um, money motivates you time you go wrong, champ. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really care about money at all because I've been through the struggle and I pretty much struggled, you know, in my childhood, sometimes as a teen, all of that, man. Um, as an adult, yes. And we are still struggling, but we still making it though. That's the thing. We making it happen. Cause guess what? It's beauty in the struggle and ugliness in the success for sure. For sure. The struggle looks beautiful. And people don't understand that. The struggle beautiful. Look at her talking about the struggle is beautiful. How's the struggle beautiful if kid you do y'all see this girl? She really keeps saying stupid shit on her lives. How's the struggle good though? Hold on. Pump your brakes. the struggle is beautiful because you learn so much from it. You gain so much from it. I'm telling you, if you just let it happen, if you let it happen, you will definitely get somewhere in your journey, in your life. If I let it happen, if I let it happen, I'm not finna let that happen. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about the food crisis? I'm finna stock up and I'm finna work. Bingo. There we go. This is what people is doing about the food crisis. They are about to work like slaves. And look, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just being 100. This is what they are trying to do. This is what they are trying to do to the world. They trying to make y'all go into the field for real. To the point where you don't have not an ounce of time at your own house. You might as well get you a sleeping bag and buy you a cot or something, because you're going to live at work pretty much. You know, work is going to be your new home. Get you a dry towel, a face towel, all of that. So you can make sure that you take you a bath, or a wash up in the sink of the bathroom at your job. Because you're going to be spending the night there pretty much, you know. Do you not know how many people literally have picked up 2 and 3 and 4 different jobs to the point where they don't even spend time at their own homes? Oh, YouTube, they hate me. They hate me right now. They got me at literally 0. And I know I'm not at 0. Man. You said the struggle that comes with the pain because they go hand in hand should keep you honest and humble. Yep. Sleepy says the Bible is definitely coming to life more and more as days pass. Yes. See, people feel like, it has to go the exact way that the Bible stated it will go. But the thing is, this is modern times right now. And the Bible was explaining what happened then is what's going to happen now, except we in the modern times with it. And the food crisis. I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember when I would see content creators talking about this, and they was talking about this last year. And I kept seeing this one content creator always uploading a video saying, beware of the food shortage to come to America. Beware of the food crisis. Beware of, and I'm looking like, I guess I was in denial. You want to know why I began to be in denial about it? It's because of how they keep playing on stage. You know what I'm saying? How they keep trying to make it seem like everything is all good, guys. Everything is perfect. Everyone's getting their food stamps. Yeah, the prices are increasing a little bit at the grocery stores, but don't worry. You'll still be okay. You'll be fine. The American people will be fine. Nothing to see here. Just, wars on the other end, but that's none of your business. That has nothing to do with you. Just keep going about your life. Nothing to see here. And the whole time, also, we're forgetting that Trump signed those executive orders earlier this year. You said, I feel the biggest addiction that is exposed is money. People love money. They will do anything for a certain amount of money, literally. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yeah, and they're picky with it too. Because you don't just give them $1. What the hell is that? You don't just give them $5. What the hell is that? They need more money because too much money ain't enough money. You feel me? Uh we are truly seeing the problem with our children and why our children all the way they are. It is being exposed by this EBT mother, and I am saying that respectfully. Hey, you ain't talking about nothing but the truth. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? I can't resist the truth. The truth is the truth. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. See, a lot of children are, and this is sad, man. This is so sad for the kids because a lot of kids is starting to see that their parents, you know, pretty much the ones that they look up to. It's hard for them to be able to look up to their parents because they see their parent, they see mommy, or they see, I'm gonna just say this, they see mommy in the corner over there crying, leaning over the counter, crying, with the cabinets open, crying, stressing, mad, can't even take care of your child correctly because you pissed about what is happening this November. You're contemplating doing the wrong thing. You don't care about the consequences. You're not grateful enough for what's in front of you. Your child sitting in a corner needing you and you're ignoring them because it's about the daddy government and how you ain't get your stamps. That's all you can think about. Now you calling your friends on the phone. Girl, you got your stamps yet? Nope, I just checked and I ain't get nothing either. Oh my God, they pissing me off with this. I can't believe they're doing this. I need my stamps. You know, and the same people, the same people, the same people that's screaming and hollering about the, even if you don't have no food. I'm sorry, no disrespect. This is all due respect to the people. Even if you don't have no food in your house, what did you do with the stamps in October? What happened to your stamps in October? You didn't budget that. You ignored the fact that this was going to be a food crisis, a food shortage. And I'm not coming at nobody. Real talk. But this is to the people that's out there screaming and crying about how they're not going to be getting those stamps in November, or they might not get enough stamps, See, the thing is, right? It's about being grateful too. Yeah, daddy government is bad for the people. Horrible system. But it's the fact that now you are about to get something. So are you going to be grateful for that something that you would get? Or are you still going to be mad because you didn't get enough? You feel me? See? And that's the same thing to the people that's getting paid for, you know what I'm saying? That's getting paid at work. You getting paid. Are you not grateful for an income, or are you grateful? It's either one. Now, I'm not grateful for how much I get paid. Then you're not grateful. You're not grateful at all. Because there's people out here that's looking for jobs, that's job hunting, that's really hoping and praying every day that they can get somewhere, that they can get a job. And there's people out here with jobs that's literally complaining. Complaining though. You get an income, you able to pay your bills. Yeah, you might be living paycheck to paycheck, but you're still making it though. Y'all ungrateful. Y'all never wanted to struggle anyway. And I could just see the people. You damn right I didn't. I know. And that's the problem. That is the problem with many people right now. They've never wanted to struggle. And when you run away from that, You can run, but you can't hide. It's here. So also, yeah, I did do a video earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken, and we're gonna review that video as well, because the video was saying many people are about to struggle, are about to find out what it's like to struggle. And I made that video early this year, or I think it was last year. It was one of those years. So let me read the comments before I start these videos. Hubby says facts, time, EBT, auntie too, because people with jobs literally admitted they rely on food stamps in their job. Yeah, it's people out here that has full-time jobs and that is relying heavily on EBT food stamps. You know, it's a lot of people, from my understanding of watching some of these videos, that are full-time, that are full-time employees, still relying heavily on food stamps as well. You said this may create more control violence, population control to lower the count. They feel like it is too many people on Earth. Yes, exactly. And that explains another reason why they feel like it's crazy how they feel like it's too many people that's overpopulating the earth, but at the same time, now they're crying and complaining about women not having babies. There's not enough babies being born in the year of 2025, which is very weird. So anyway, let's get to these videos. I just went a whole 51 minutes talking, which is cool, because I actually like to talk about certain things sometimes and then go into the videos. Let's see. Let's look at this one. So the name of this video is titled Single Mom Grapples with the Loss of SNAP Benefits and Food Stamps. This is by USA Today. And I didn't get a chance to look at this video, so we'll be watching it together. Turn up the volume and let's see. Okay, you said most of the women be selling their stamps. You didn't hear that from me, but if you could sell some of your food card money, how much are you getting on that card? Over 2,000 to sit at home? Wow, that's crazy. You said starving through the winter is diabolical. Death a very deadly combination, especially as cold. Ooh, Sleepy just hit it on the head. Yes, that is going to be something serious. I'm not going to lie to you. And I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. That's crazy, Sleepy. And so, yeah, man, telling you, man, people need to trust God right now. Forget the government, bro. Trust God right now. Stay ready. You ain't never got to get ready. Let's go.
So I am a single mother to two incredible daughters.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. They got the words at the bottom.
Incredible daughters.
It says Lauren Adrian lives in a shelter with her two daughters and goes to school and work full time. Okay, so Miss Lauren is, yeah. They said she expressed her fear of losing SNAP benefits on social media.
But the women, the mothers, and the families, but the mothers especially, who are going to go without meals so their children don't have to. I know that I will absolutely be one of those mothers.
More than 42 million people relied on SNAP benefits every month during fiscal year 2025, according to the USDA. Okay, so what I can say about that is the USDA is lying, because even some of those 42 million people, out of those 42 million people, it is a very few that did not rely heavily on SNAP benefits, because y'all trying to say 42 million people relied on the government, but I am one of those 42 million people that does not rely on government. I rely on the Most High God. So the USDA don't know what the hell they talking about. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up real quick. Children accounted for about 39% of the people who received the benefits, according to the data.
There would be very little hope of how to cover every single bill, every single necessity that comes from just being, a person in the world without the extra support of the SNAP benefits.
Those in need can visit feedingamerica.org to find a local food bank.
So I just finally got confirmation that food stamps is officially cut for next month. 2 months ago, I stopped eating dinner almost every night of the week so that my boyfriend and I could have enough food left over to have lunch the next day. This was before we were about to lose our food stamps. Mind you, we both work.
I don't think that we really realize the depth that this is, the damage that this is going to do, but the women, the mothers, and the families, but the mothers especially, who are going to go without meals so their children don't have to. I know that I will absolutely be one of those mothers.
But because we have children and because aftercare and before care is too expensive, I've taken a job that's basically minimum wage so that I can be there to pick up my kids. I cannot fathom what we're going to do without that food stamp money, because if I already couldn't eat dinner with that food stamp money.
Oh, so she says, sitting here wondering about what families will do next month without food stamps. I work full time, have 6 kids, and rely on them. I am scared, sad, and have to act like everything is fine. First and foremost, it's the fact that people are scared, bro. It's because people have relied so heavily on the system to the point where they got extremely comfortable, because they felt like, oh, the system got my back, man. They ain't never finna turn my stamps. I don't never have to worry about nothing like that.
I'm so tired of seeing people say, like, oh, well, maybe if you had a job, you could get your groceries, or, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't have to depend on stamps. I work full time. Thank you. And I do rely on stamps because guess what? It's not enough money in this economy for me to be able to pay bills and get stuff that we need and provide for my 2 kids. So, yes, I depend on stamps. And I have a full-time job. So please know that people out here depend on stamps. It's not because we out here just mooching off the government. It's because we literally need that to provide for our family.
I work hard every single day. I get up every single day and clean houses, and I still rely on food stamps to feed my 6 children because the prices are so high. It's unrealistic to think about not having food stamps. Next month, I'm so terrified because 6 babies are always eating. Plus myself, I eat about 1 meal a day, but still.
Look at this woman. She said, y'all, they not giving us our food stamp next month. How I'm pay all my bills and feed my kids, plus Christmas coming up too. This shit is so fucked up to all the hardworking mamas out there. I'm telling you right now, if you are a hardworking individual, you still have to rely on government for a check. It don't matter Either which way you look at it, you still gotta rely on government. People, let me tell y'all something. The biggest thing that I see in this is people are still finding a way for us to be divided amongst one another. To all the hard working mothers, is what she said, as if there's not a lot of people out there that work hard, they play hard, and they still got to deal with this. And I'm talking about men as well. It's hardworking fathers out there too. They got to deal with this. I really don't see a lot of men talking about this and crying about this at all. I see a lot of women, a lot of mothers. Yes, yes. I'm just now reading your comment. Time says, just notice all the women that's on EBT that's on camera. Her hair is braided. How much did that cost? How about the spider web? Exactly. And this happens also because a lot of people, they are not disciplined with their money. I know one woman, every time she get her first of the month check, she goes to the nail shop. And she goes to the nail shop every 2 weeks. And then she complains that her money is gone, but she's spending $200 to $300 every time she goes to the nail shop. She's complaining that she's broke, but she keeps spending her money on all the wrong things. Then she says she gotta eat, but she ain't eating right though. Y'all females be having cakes and cookies and stuff hidden all up underneath your bed, all in your room, all in your dresser, just nothing but unhealthy snacks. You go down into the kitchen in the middle of the night eating unhealthy junk food, and you let your kids do the same thing. And y'all crying about EBT cards, bro. He said, time for everyone to wake up. It ain't about that money y'all chasing. Exactly. It's not about the money that y'all chasing. The bigger picture here also is not only just division, but it's the fact that they are about to make everybody go through something together. And while we're going through it together, the same thing that happened with COVID, while we're going through it together, people are still going to believe that we should still be divided amongst one another. And that's a shame. Imagine the whole United States of America struggling, even the working class, even the middle class, the upper class, whatever you want to call it. Imagine everybody going through a struggle. And I hear the people now questioning how is everybody gonna go through a struggle? This only is for the people that has food stamps, bruh. I'm not sure if y'all heard, a lot of these grocery stores rely heavily on SNAP benefits. A lot of their customers is EBT card holders. Pretty much everybody has a link card nowadays. Pretty much. So they're not going to get much business at all. At all. So they're going to have to start raising the prices on food, laying people off, or closing up. And what happens when that happens? When they don't have enough employees, the business starts to move slow. A lot of people don't like when there's not enough employees, they start to leave the store. But y'all got to understand, when this happens, it's going to affect everyone, not just people with food stamps. Real talk. Now it's like this. When this happens, right? Be prepared. But when this happens, it's time that we show up and we show out. Are we going to unite? Because this is going to expose, you got all these people out here talking about, oh, we need to unite. Okay, this is going to expose if we unite or not. Or we go against one another. Right? And then the people that still got money, that still can afford to buy food and stuff like that, are they going to help others, or are they going to be on the same exact side that the politicians are on, who's going to sit back and watch us starve. Now, pay attention to something, guys. I want y'all to understand something. A lot of the government in these states that we live in is about to watch us suffer as well. Keep that in mind. Because they're going to tell us the same thing that everybody else is telling us. Oh, just go to a food pantry. Just go to a food pantry. We have food pantries. If you guys need help, you see, they create chaos and then they direct us and act like they're giving us resources and they say, go to the food pantry. But see, it's time for us to stick together through this, to unite through this. Don't cry and pick yourself back up. I ain't gonna even say don't cry. Cry and pick yourself up. Because I can hear a lot of people now, no, I'm just gonna go steal. My life is over. Oh, your life is over. Look at her. Bro, she can't even believe this is happening. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna pay all my bills and feed my kids, plus Christmas coming up. That's all she care about is Christmas. Her kids more than likely gets on her nerves every day. And she cares about Christmas. See, a lot of these parents care about Christmas because they want to show out on social media. They just want to record videos and show the whole family over and how everybody gathered together to bring some food and stuff like that over, and the family, the kids running around, adults over there drinking and stuff like that. You got Christmas gifts, like, bruh. People is really worried about Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's all they care about, and New Year's Eve. You said I feel you, but I struggle like these women. Hold on, am I missing something? Oh, you said I could see if these women were saving money, but they're not saving any of the money, even getting assistance from the government, and all they do is train the young girls for the next generation. This girl you got on the camera right now in this bonnet can't get an Academy Award. I give her the Oscar out of all the exactly. That's my point. I can almost guarantee you that her children gets on her last nerves every day. She got balloons in the background. No, I'm not one to sit there and analyze her whole entire vehicle and say, oh, what's that on your arm? That's a watch. Oh, what's that on your fingers? That's nails. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she just probably was sitting there driving, thinking at the same time, and started crying and said, you know what? I'm finna record a video so everybody can see this so we could go viral. Because I can't believe we really getting our food stamps though. You know? You says I feel you, but I struggle like these women, and we all do. We just ain't recorded. Also, we all made bad decisions, but I don't laugh at anybody. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Her kids getting raised and going in the wrong direction because see, the sickening part is you guys are teaching your children to rely on government, on man. We're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to rely on man. Okay.
So y'all want to know how I got my hair from this to this?
My bad. That's just another video that I saved personally for myself. Okay, so let's go to. Oh, okay. I wanted to pull this up. Let's see. I didn't. This is just so. A lot of times I'll skim through a video that I like, that I think I might be interested in, or I might watch a couple minutes of it and I might find a little interest in it, and then I just save it. So a lot of times I don't watch these videos at all. So yeah, there's two videos that I want us to watch, and then my video as well. You said, I really don't celebrate holidays, but I do it because of my children. I work hard so my two boys can understand what self-sufficient looks like. I need them to understand that. Yeah. Well, everybody do things differently. I, on the other hand, I don't celebrate holidays. I don't partake in it. We didn't even introduce it to our daughter. She literally knows nothing about no Christmas, no Thanksgiving, nothing. Like she don't even know what that is. Like I don't we make sure that we keep her in the house away from that. Um every holiday. Every time the holidays come up, we keep her away from it. I don't say we always keep her locked in the crib or nothing like that, but we just keep her away from that type of stuff. Um I would like for her to get older so she can understand what these things are so that I can break it down and we can explain it to her. Hey, this is why we don't celebrate this and this is what this is. So yeah, um everybody do things differently in their household. Uh so let me go to this video. This video is called, let me see.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks.
Okay,
Tom.
this is a
It's
small YouTuber as
right,
well.
Tom.
Her name is Your Own Universe. And I found some interest in this video that she decided to upload a couple weeks ago. The name of it is This Shutdown is Spiritual, Not Political. That title alone grabbed my attention because it's like, when is people going to wake up and realize that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this whole entire shutdown is spiritual. It's not political. So we're gonna go ahead and see what she has to say about this. See if I can feel where she coming from. Let's get it.
Said this before, but I'm going to say it again. This shutdown is not about government funding politics. This is about spiritual symbolism playing out in real time. If you've been paying attention, and remember, by me saying that, I'm not saying to absorb, I'm saying to observe. If you've been paying attention, then you know this frequency lines up with the last president frequency. Hey, what you talking about? TikTok, I'm about to hypothetically speak, okay? This is not real. This is not really happening. This is just a story that I made up in my mind. I want y'all to put it in perspective like this. Every story has a disruptor. That person that comes and shakes the table or flips the goddamn board over. Now in tarot, that is the Tower card, which represents what?
Oh no, she lost me right there. Hold on. I kind of figured too. I swear I kind of figured. I was thinking like, do she do tarot? Damn, it seemed like all these black women is doing this, man. I'm telling you, you can ask my husband, man. I literally was telling him this earlier. I said, it's only 2 women on this YouTube platform that I would listen to out of billions, millions, and billions of users on YouTube. I only listen to 2 women because all these other women, they're doing tarot card readings and, man, I'm sorry. Respectfully, ma'am, you lost me right there with the tarot cards.
They're trying to put us in the famine because pandemic, famine, and war, they go together like the triangle of death. What do you advise people do to get ready for it? It's not going to be easy, and especially.
Okay, so the name of this video is How to Survive the First 14 Days of Global Famine. And for those of you that don't know what famine is starvation, global starvation, a food crisis. This was made 4 days ago. I'm sorry, I got kind of lost. 4 days ago, and it's by Sean Ryan. Respectfully, that's what me and my husband always do. We always call out the YouTubers. because we don't like to take
Especially if you
anybody's
live in
credit.
a major city. People go to cannibalism within 2 weeks. They're going to be coming into your house.
Oh, okay. Let me go back.
They're trying.
So this is going to be a very interesting video, y'all. Please, like, stay tuned. Pay attention. Let's engage. 1 second, y'all. Okay, we back. All right. Let's go.
They're trying to put us into famine because pandemic, famine, and war, they go together like the triangle of death. What do you advise people do to get ready for it? It's not going to be easy, and especially if you live in a major city. People go to cannibalism within 2 weeks. They're going to be coming into your house. When the crickets come out, it's time to do X. Great advice just for everybody today. I want to dive into some of the stuff you've been talking about, a famine coming and setting the stage. So I know this goes back to your time in the Netherlands. How does that tie in? Right, or actually, yeah, that's why I went to Netherlands.
Okay, y'all, let me sit this camera down because my arm hurts. So let me know if you guys can, okay, give me 1 second. So let me know if y'all can still hear it when I turn it on. I'm trying to get something to hold it. So bear with me, y'all. Something that can hold this thing. Okay. Beauty in the struggle, y'all. Beauty in the struggle. I'm not sure if y'all could see that video good enough, like, but look, y'all know who's sitting there, okay? So just let me know if you can hear it good enough. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it when I press the play button.
Now,
so I want to remind y'all that the title is How to Survive the First 14 Days of Global Famine. So this guy it's my understanding that he's about to teach us how to survive global famine.
With the idea, Karl Bosch took it corporate, and they started at Ludwigshafen, Germany, at BASF plant, right? The BASF plant, BASF this is really important. So I hope everybody's paying attention because this is all going to come together. The BASF plant on the Rhine River dumps out at Rotterdam. And interestingly, so they started making the nitrogenous fertilizers there in 1914, right? Same year the Panama Canal opened, right? Coincidentally. And so the population on Earth started to explode, partly because of increased trade. The ships were bigger, the ships were faster, the trains were bigger, refrigeration, all kinds of things. But a huge one was nitrogenous fertilizers, right? So other companies started to make nitrogenous fertilizers. A huge component of these nitrogenous fertilizers, though, is natural gas, because you need that hydrogen, right? You can make it other ways, but in reality, it's natural gas, right? And so now one of the reasons I've been so accurate on the wars, and that's what I'm actually known for, is being accurate way ahead of time, is because when I was a kid, I was pretty much addicted to physics, right? I always thought I would grow up to become a physicist, and somehow I grew up to be in the Darien Gap. But, so it's kind of it's only in America can you do these like wild go around Pluto and loop back and land on Mars, and so but that trained my way of thinking, right? Reading people like Richard Feynman and whatnot, and all these physicists, and not teaching you what to think, but how to to develop ways of thinking that you can try to arrive at truth, right? That's why I love physics so much. Actually, I started loving chemistry, and I was like, nah, that's just chemistry. Physics is where I can find the truth, right? And that's why I spend so much time on that. And but one of the things I've learned from reading those guys so many years, especially when I was younger, was if you have a theory, I call it the paradigm, and it's inaccurate, then you either have to tweak it or throw it out, right? Never get emotionally stuck on your ideas, right? It's just an idea. Man, that's great advice just for everybody today. Yeah, I mean, I learned it from those old physicists. They would be like, so and so got stuck on his idea and basically became a worthless scientist. You know what I mean? Because he became emotional about his idea. It's like you have to be. And Einstein never got that way, to my knowledge. I read a lot of his work, and he never got stuck on his ideas. He was always like, I'm probably wrong. I might be wrong about gravitational lensing or whatever. It turned out he was completely right about gravitational lensing and these.
Okay, I want to ask the chat. Let me know if this is a helpful video for us or not. Cause I can move on to another one. I'm not like I'm trying to get him right now, but y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all like this video, we can continue playing it. If not, we can move on to another one. I know it's probably gonna take some time for people to respond, because I'm not sure how far behind I am talking on y'all end, but I'll wait. You said it says that it is one person, but I don't know this a little. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you're here. Put a 1 in the chat for me if you're here. And most importantly, let me know if you want me to move on from this video. Because I thought he was going to get straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? So.
Sorts of things, right? And so anyway, so I just learned how to. And so I would write. When I was a teenager, I would write down what's the percentage chance that I think I don't know, that bird's going to take off in the next 5 minutes based on the time of day and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know, 70, and I would just start training myself to over time, I'd done that a lot, to the point where I was starting to get a little bit better at actually guessing things. So I thought that the Darien Gap might open up, and now it is, right? I thought that they might tear down the wall on the border, and I started publishing this immediately when Biden was installed. Now, they haven't torn it down, but what they have done is just leave it open, basically. It doesn't exist anymore, right? And all of this was accurate based on the paradigm. Now, the paradigm, I also thought, something will happen to Nord Stream. So I went to BASF twice, right? And on the second time, we're doing a tour of BASF, and I asked the guy, what happens if Nord Stream gets interrupted? Now, keep in mind, I had bought an iPad that was on a website that did nothing but watch the flows at Nord Stream. And so you could see minute by minute, it would update the flows, right? Because I expected, if my paradigm was right, that natural gas would be interrupted, because I think they're trying to put us in famine, right? And so we're in the plant at BASF in Ludwigshafen, Germany. I said to the man that was giving us a tour, what happens if Nord Stream gets interrupted? He said, BASF is dead. Well, it's not dead, because shortly after that, months later, it was bubbling to the surface of the sea, right? And how did I get that right? Why was I publishing in advance something may happen to Nord Stream? And then it happened. Everybody's like, how'd you get that right? Did you have something to do with it? No, that's what I think was going to happen.
Is that article out there?
No, I would just put it like on Twitter and that sort of thing.
So we can find it on Twitter?
Oh yeah, you can find it on interviews.
Okay, I wanted him to get straight to the point. I get because it said 14 days of how to survive the first 14 days of global famine. Maybe I missed the point. I don't know, but I thought I was going to be interested. Mind you, I told y'all that I had only chose videos that I thought was going to interest me, especially because the titles. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go to, I'm going to go ahead and go to my video that I uploaded a while ago, actually. I'm trying to see, did I do the video this year or last year? Let's see. Right, the tarot card reader was a no. We ain't doing that. Not on this channel. Not on this channel. Hubby, could you see if you can find a scripture on famine or yeah, it is. It's like see if you can find a couple scriptures on famine so we can read those scriptures, because yeah, the tarot cards is a no. We ain't doing that. Okay, we're getting closer, y'all. Let's see. I know it's okay, here we go. 6 months ago. 6 months ago. I made this video 6 months ago, this live stream, and the title was "People Will Finally Understand the Struggle." This was on April the 6th, 2025. Now, I don't remember what I was doing. I don't know what my daughter doing. Sound like she up there being destructive. Okay, let's get this video going. I usually start my lives a little late. Guess I'm still not talking.
What's up, Robert? Thank y'all for the likes. A lot of people is not going to like this new struggle, you know?
By the way, I did not show my face. I only showed my green screen. Okay, you said Matthew 24, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? For nation will rise against nation, and the kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. So this is Bible prophecy, because nation has already been rising against nation, and now famine. You know what I'm saying? This is, man. You said can't be the worst as my sons. I thought them two little men was coming through the ceiling. They were playing so hard one time. Man, she plays like a boy though. It's like she does things like a boy, like playing like a boy, you know, not playing with toys like a boy, but you know, jumping off of stuff. Like she's not a girly girl. She is a girly girl, but she also does the things that the boys do, which is jumping off of stuff, flipping, and all type of stuff, you know. But anyway, let's get it.
One thing that I was just talking to my husband about is like, you know, it's sad because a lot of people are already struggling, but they put, you know.
And mind you, I made this video April the 6th, 2025, obviously this year. April the 6th, 6 months ago.
Whatever it is that satisfies them in the flesh before their, you know, before them. A lot of people, they do stuff for an image. Unfortunately, like everybody just chasing this image. Everybody loves money. You know, everybody idolizes money. And if you ask me, to them, money rules the world.
You know what? That I feel like the money is the biggest problem in this. Just like the other guy said. Just like I even said 6 months ago. Everybody loves money, and it's the money that's the issue. You know, Because if everybody didn't care for money and nobody loved money like they do, I guarantee you the world would probably be a much better place. It would. People would have been united. People would have been learned how to work together through things or make it work. But being that the whole world relies heavily on government assistance, and it doesn't necessarily have to be food stamps, it can be checks as well from your job, just from you working. That's government assistance too.
But what they're forgetting is like, for the love of money is the root of all evil.
You know?
People
Come on, man.
caused...
Let me read these scriptures. You said Revelation chapter 6, verse 5 through 8 describes a black horse and a pale horse, with the latter named Death, who has power to kill with hunger and sword over a fourth of the earth. Woo-wee. Man, yep, that's exactly what who was it that I was just watching that was literally just describing the same thing? Yes, that was her. I was watching the young lady that I watch now on YouTube, and everything she said is so accurate. But she also described the book of Revelations and the black horse and the pale horse. You know what I'm saying? When she was trying to break down the food crisis and stuff. Second Kings, Jeremiah, Acts, Abby Lee talks about what you told your husband to look up. Is it not in Genesis 2? Okay.
The money to turn them against their family. People has caused money to cause a rift between their relationships, business partners, whatever the case may be, their children. Like, people has allowed money, some green paper to control.
And I didn't get a chance to mention that their God, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if I mentioned that in this live stream, their God is what's on the back of the money. That's their God.
Them. And that's sad, because a lot of y'all out here already struggling, but y'all forget where y'all came from. Y'all forgot the struggle because y'all too busy chasing an image. And you're running after something that ain't even got legs. How you chasing after something that don't have legs? And it's sad that a lot
chasing
of people
after something they got
poverty already, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to deal with having to experience the struggle, although they already experiencing the struggle. But see, like I said, they chasing behind an image to the point where they forgot what it's like to struggle, because they'll do anything for money.
Mm-hmm.
They already got their mind set on money, so they already know what they're about to do to get some money. So now that it's coming down to the fact that a lot of people are about to struggle and feel the struggle, and I mean, like, it ain't just about to be black folks. It's going to be white people, Indians, Hispanics, whatever ethnicity. They're going to feel that the power of the struggle now, thanks to Trump. Thanks to Trump.
Oh, so, my God, y'all! Oh wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. I told y'all I only make videos or live streams when I feel the desire to do it. And it's like anytime I feel that urge, and I'm like, man, I gotta go live. I gotta talk about this. It's funny how I talked about this back in April, and here we are, fast forward, November the 4th, and this is exactly what's going on, what's happening right now. I was basically trying to forewarn the people that everybody is gonna, I said people will finally understand the struggle. People will have to literally go through the struggle. I'm so glad that I've been doing these live streams because I can literally go back to the streams that I've done and talked about months ago.
I said, if you ain't making 6 figures already, you might as well just, anybody that has a decent amount saved up right now, they good.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's already prepped and prepared, you're good. But for those of you that's out here living in poverty and chasing the image, and you got money stacked right now because you're ready to post that next picture on Facebook, it's time for you to like push that to the side. Push that to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Stop chasing after an image, because it's no need to chase after an image right now. Nobody should be chasing after an image right now at this moment anymore. Because
now you know what's crazy? I wish that I had known back in April to take my own advice, because it's funny how it took me 3 months to have to take my own advice. 3 months after I made this video, this live stream, that is when God put me and my husband in a situation, and I took the good out of that situation. Honestly, it wasn't like extremely bad to the point where we were in here like, oh my God, pulling our hair out. But like, he definitely put us through something that helped us to become a lot more disciplined with the food. It really helped us. It helped our weight. I'm talking about tremendous weight loss. We went from, I went from being 200 and something pounds to now I'm 100 and something pounds. I'm not about to get y'all my accurate weight, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just say that I had lost over 25 pounds, and my husband did as well. It's funny how we gained weight together and then lost weight together at the same time. That's really cool, but it just lets you know we are on a journey together. You know what I'm saying? We on a journey together, but he got his own journey and I got mine as well. But we're still in it together. You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, I'm glad that God allowed us to have to go through something to prepare us, because the preparation, for this, man, I'm so grateful, y'all. I literally went from 3 meals a day to 1 meal a day. I've been eating 1 meal per day for the last, what? Yeah, for the last 4 months. Last 4 months, 1 meal per day. And that's what's up. Cause I'm so, and then I'm glad that we don't have the type of child that loves junk food. And she don't like junk food. She don't like candy. She don't really like chips. And most importantly, she don't like meat. That's the crazy part. She might take in a little bit of something, but she don't really eat that stuff. She don't like sweets. No, she's a healthy eater, to be honest. Like I keep saying, and that's even better, you know? And she don't eat extremely big meals either. It's really about what y'all expose y'all kids to as well. Because when you expose them to certain things in the house, like far as healthy foods or, small meals and stuff like that, and not overfeeding the hell out of them, they become adapted to that lifestyle as well, and they become very grateful. Like, she don't even eat restaurant food, honestly. It tastes so different to her. She will spit that stuff out. She don't like that. Every once in a while, we might give her a little bit of some fast food, but she don't really care for that stuff. She eats homemade meals, you know? See, we know how to make stuff work around here. And majority of the time, she doesn't eat what we eat. She'll eat her own thing. You know what I'm saying? But like, real talk, man, I'm very grateful for the struggle. Cause it's beauty in the struggle. It's beauty in the struggle. And just because you're struggling doesn't necessarily mean that your children gotta struggle. For real. It's about how you make things work. And a lot of people don't like to do that. They got too much pride. Way too much pride to even have to struggle. But let me hit the play button.
The poor is about to get poorer.
Mm-hmm.
And the rich is just gonna get richer.
Yep. That's what they doing now.
So it's just time for everybody to prepare themselves to feel the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Feel the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And when you feel it, you better embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody with a mind knows that anybody with a brain knows that this is only gonna get worse. Like, it's not gonna get better.
Come on, man. See, y'all see the gap in it? You see how they pretty much warned us early this year. And then after that, nobody wanted to pay attention to that type of stuff. Nobody did. I guess I got probably a little too comfortable myself a little bit, because I'm like, yeah, everything's crazy out here nowadays, but my life is moving pretty smoothly right now, for right now. And then voila, here we go. One thing after the next started happening. Because trust me, in April, I'm going to be honest with you, April was a crazy month for me too. April was a crazy month. And then moving forward, I believe it was July. Yep, it was July. That was another crazy month. And I'm like, man, but it was preparation though. Literally preparation. All he was doing was preparing us for what's to come. And here we are in November. And they said, by the way, this is an update. They stated that the Trump administration has agreed to partially fund SNAP, right? But some SNAP recipients may receive $0 over the next couple weeks, because they're saying it might take a week or maybe even 2 or maybe even 3, maybe the end of November till they fund SNAP. Now they're saying some people may see $0 and some people may see 50% of what they get. It's either or. Either you're going to get $0 or you are going to get 50% of what you would usually get. Which means it's probably going to drop down a couple hundred. You know what I'm saying? If not 100 and something. So if you was getting 5 something, you're going to be getting 2 something. If you was getting 2 something, you're going to be getting 1 something. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they said that after that first payment, none of the Americans will be getting anything else until the government is back up and running. until the government shutdown is over with. When will that be? We don't know. Do I feel like the government shutdown will the government shutdown will end? I have very little hope. I'm not gonna lie to you. Very little hope. Why did I say that? Because I don't trust these politicians. I don't trust these people. I feel like if anything, they're gonna stretch it on longer. They're gonna normalize it, and then they're gonna turn it into something else. Because also, I forgot to mention that not only will you either get $0 in on your food stamp card, or 50% of what you will usually get, but also they are going to strongly enforce people to work for food stamps. Able body, you gotta work. If not, you ain't getting nothing. But if you ask me, what is really the difference, bro? What is the difference? It's the same thing. It's the same. They want you to work, get paid, so they can take some of your check and give you some little government assistance. And depending on how many hours you work, you're probably not going to get much at all. So they just want you to be a slave to their system. That's all it is. They want you to, and I'm not trying to say, see, this is the problem with the world. They say stuff like, oh, so what do you want to do? Lay on your ass and get food assistance? What do you want to do? Lay on your ass or go to work every day and be tired of going to work at the same time while going to work? Come on now. They're trying to slave y'all. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand. They want you to go deeper into the matrix so that they can make you their slave. They want you to bow down to their every need because you need daddy government and you rely on daddy government. And they want you to beg and plead and get on your knees and cry. Look at all these women crying in the cameras and stuff. They want you to do just that. So they can say, okay, princess, daddy government got you. All right? I'll give you something. But it is not going to be much this time, okay? I got you. Next time, you're going to have to fucking suffer. And this is exactly how they think.
Anybody with a brain knows that. There's so many people that's in denial. Like, a lot of people are in denial, and it's right in front of them. It's right in front of their face. And they still in denial. People be so quick to tell me to stop talking about stuff like this. Why? You see it going on every day.
Right?
You're seeing the facts. But you don't want nobody to call it out because it's distracting you from living your life. You want to live it up until the world ends. There's people out here with those type of mindsets, you know. Man, it is what it is. I might as well live it up before the world ends. Like, what? You ain't even trying to prepare yourself. So you telling me you're okay with going to the club, throwing money.
And I'm going to be honest to you. If I was so unprepared for the struggle, I would have been crashing out. But guess what? If you go on through my live stream, like, 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, stuff like that, you will see that I was still smiling. Still. Because it's beauty in the struggle at the end of the day. Yeah, it was an unexpected moment. Yeah, it happened and stuff like that. But I ain't crash out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is allowing this to... They're allowing this to control their emotions. For real. And that's why we have an unstable society. because they are allowing this, the government shutdown and no food stamps and the food crisis and stuff like that, to they allowing it to create a whole nother them, you know?
And then boom, the world ends as long as you just lived your life and threw some money in the club. That's how you want to go out? You want to go out like that? There's people out here that really want to go out like that.
Yeah.
Shit, let me go ahead and live my life for the world in. Like, what? We should want to be righteous before the end. We should want to be righteous before the end. It's times like this where it's either we lean on one another for help, or we don't.
It's crazy how I really said that back then.
You know?
We lean on each other for help, or we don't.
For themselves. That's the problem. The problem is
somebody said every man for themselves.
You know, generation after generation is being destroyed mentally to the point where nobody wants to help each other. Everybody becomes selfish. Everybody chasing after the same image. Everybody is chasing after money. Nobody wants to help. That's the problem. So yeah, it's every man for themselves in their eyes. But we should want to help each other in these times that we're about to live. Like, I don't see how people are still being selfish.
Right.
And then y'all hate on people. You ignore what's in front of you because you want to live your life and you don't want to be distracted, but you hate on the people that see what's going on, that's calling it out, that's preparing themselves and trying to help prepare you.
Understood.
And this is the type of world we live in. People have become so envious, hateful, stingy, selfish, just full of pride. People have become just like that. We got family members doing each other wrong, spreading rumors like siblings can't get along with each other. And most importantly, like the Black generation, man. We literally be looking each other up and down, staring each other
Still, especially in the times we living in now. Let's fast forward 6 months later. Still, the Black can't really get along with one another. Still looking each other up and down through these rough times that we living in. Can't even, still refuse to come together. Still trying to compete with one another. People refuse to show that they're struggling. They have too much pride. They will never allow anybody to see that they're struggling, that they're struggling to get some food in their house, or they struggling to pay their bills or anything like. See, this is exactly why a lot of people have to keep up with that image. And they'll do whatever it takes, even if that means doing illegal things to keep their image. They will go to jail for it and everything. People is crazy like that. They will go to jail to protect their image. It's not too many real ones at all. Everybody just turned fake, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that going on now, and it seems like that's a normal thing. It's normal for people to be fake. That's crazy.
You know, always mean mugging each other in public. We can't ever smile at each other. We're ready to turn up on each other.
We don't never smile at each other, but no offense and not to be racist, but every time we go around white people, they always smiling at us. They don't even know. They just be smiling at us. Every time you see a white person, they always do that smile. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what to smile for. They just be smiling. Soon as they see you, they be. And you know what? I would rather that than a fake ass, good morning. Hey, how you doing? You know, I would rather the smiles than that.
That's how bad it's become. Me and my husband can't even go to the store without seeing our black brother or our black sister looking us up and down.
Right.
Ready to argue with us. Or find something to argue with us about. For nothing. Our melanated people, we hate each other. We lie to each other. We steal from each other.
Mm-hmm.
We cheat each other.
Mm-hmm.
We envy each other. We in competition with each other.
In competition. Still. This is crazy.
I mean, what are we doing to each other?
Nothing but hate.
Like, we really not showing each other no type of love.
Nope.
We can't help each other. Like,
yep,
they swear up and down.
I was just thinking about that.
Support black businesses.
Right? Come on now.
Support black businesses, and you still cheat me out my damn money.
Mm-hmm.
That's how messed up it is.
Support black businesses. And the black businesses, they still treat their customers like shit. The most black businesses is trashy as hell. And a lot of these black businesses, they would rather up their prices on everything instead of trying to support their own black brothers and sisters, the black community. You know damn well that we are already struggling to make ends meet. So why join on in with them on that side and raise up the prices too? You want to know why? Because a lot of these black companies, black owned, is very greedy. Very greedy. Very selfish. It's all about them. It ain't about how you can accommodate your people. Because you won't accommodate your people. You know? You will not honor your people. You won't even respect your own people unless they pulling out their wallet and they swiping their card or they handing you some money so that it can help fund your organization. A lot of these black-owned non-for-profit organizations too is evil as I don't know what. And they really be using people though. They need you to show them support while they use you at the same time. They can make you the face of everything. They'll make you the leader in everything. They'll do it as long as you helping get the word out that they are the best organization there is. They might give you a little something here and there, a little gift card or something like that, maybe. But man, these black organizations be fraud than a muff. Exactly. Just pure evil. But they always got to sign up, support black-owned businesses. We are black-owned. I don't know the last time I supported a black-owned business. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because each and every time I had horrible experiences trying to support my black brothers and black sisters, and they don't even appreciate my business at all. All they do is just judge you from your looks, and they look at you and they feel like they don't like you because you don't fit in with them. You don't fit in with them, and you're not a fraud like them. You're not of the world like them. I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure. A lot of black-owned businesses, they won't help you because of who you are. A lot of these black-owned businesses also claim to help the people. A lot of these organizations that's black-owned, they claim to help the people, right? But as soon as you become a part of their organization, when they start having groups and stuff like that, and you become a part of their organization and you ask them for any type of help, they direct you straight to the resources. And you like, damn, I thought y'all help us though. Oh no, we got resources. Now we got money, but we don't use our money to help individuals. Even though they blatantly said that they help people. They just need your existence to make their organization look good. They need to get a head count. How many people is here? How many people is here to make our organization look good? You know? Then they go on the news and stuff like that, get the line to the people talking about how they help do this and they help do that. But the whole time you was a part of their group, they weren't helping do shit at all. Nothing. Nada. Zero. Nada. This is exactly why I can't mess with these black-owned businesses. I can't. I've tried. And time again, they have showed us who they really are. Real talk.
Is. And then they don't give you what you pay for.
Right.
They have horrible customer service. Like, why are we doing this to each other?
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's my biggest question.
Everybody is too busy chasing the same exact image.
Chasing the same. They got to, man, they got to, these black-owned nonprofit organizations got to keep up with those images now. They can't be behind on that image. They got to play catch up. This is exactly why everybody be in a hurry and they ain't even going nowhere, even these organizations. I'm talking about the organizations. It's the people that's running the organizations. The people, though, so in a hurry to get somewhere, but the only place they going is to chase after that image. You know? They have to keep up with it every single day. And most importantly, they have to make sure that they show the not so real them on social media. The image that they chasing, they got to keep up with it through social media, most importantly. Because that is where they look for the advice, the validation. That is where they get everything they need. Social media. And most of the times the incorrect advice from their own family members that's also chasing the image just like them. This image stuff don't stop unless you finally acknowledge that that's what you're doing.
To the point where they don't even have respect for themselves or anybody around them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad it's became. They will literally watch you struggle. They will really watch you struggle.
Your own black people watch you struggle.
Our own other black people.
Yep.
We watch each other struggle. We laugh at each other. We talk about each other.
Yep.
We post videos of each other over the internet instead of coming together and help each other. Then you got other races of people, you know, that don't want to get them.
You hit that on the head. You said they keep that money to themselves and they start labeling a black man like me a Ray and refusing to help. Shake my head. Exactly. That's what they do. They get the funds for their organization and they keep it to themselves. And they making sure that they boost up their pay. And they're making sure that they got fancy houses and cars and they good to go. Meanwhile, you call asking them for help, they ready to judge you. They ready to tell you to go look for a job and they got the resources though. But the funding that they can help you with, the funding that they get to their organization, the same funds that they can use to help you, they refuse to do that. Instead, they put you down. They make you feel like you're not getting anywhere in life. They make you feel like you're a failure because you're not doing what they're doing, you know?
Alone too, because they already got their minds made up about each other or shoot, black folks. And I just want to let people of other ethnicities know right now that like all black people are not the same.
Exactly.
All black people are not the same. If you already got your mind made up, if you're a person that feel like all black people do this, all black people do that, well, I'm one.
Okay, we're going to watch 5 more minutes of this and then I'm going to move on to the next video. I ain't going to watch this whole entire thing.
Tell you, all black people are not the same. They don't think the same or nothing. You know, we all need to not only just join hands for the sake of politics. We don't need to just focus in on politics. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get to a point where it's gonna be beyond politics. Like,
you feel me?
Real talk.
Right.
We need to really just naturally join hands to help each other.
Yep.
Regardless of your race.
Y'all, you know what? I want to say this. People are wasting their time marching for politics. But, you know, I mean, against these politicians. But I don't see anybody out in the streets marching and holding up signs saying, "We the people demand our food SNAP benefits." You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody marching in the streets for that. But a lot of people got a lot of energy to use. Hundreds and thousands of people in multiple cities across the map have all of this energy to use for the No Kings protest, to protest against Donald Trump and his administration and what they're doing. But I don't see the people out in the streets coming together, hundreds and thousands of people holding up signs, yelling out and chanting that they want food stamps. Y'all got all that energy you putting into the camera for it. Why not get out here and protest for that? Exactly, because y'all know for a fact that this protest shit is not effective. Real talk. Donald Trump made a statement after the No Kings protest was held, and he said it's ineffective. And what he say, I think he said you're wasting your time, but I know for a fact he said it's ineffective. And yeah, that man funny. Yeah, he crazy. Yeah, he wild. But I am not going to lie to you. It is ineffective. What is it really solving? Clearly, you see that what did it do? Nothing. they are still going to follow everything according to plan. They're going to continue to do what they've been doing. Not a amount of protesting and marching is going to save this country. It's not. This country is crumbling. And it's been crumbling since the beginning of this year. I mean, fast though, you know. Now you got people complaining about time and how they don't like the fact that time moved back. You see how it went from people complaining about, Trump being in office, the Trump administration, to the prices going up, the housing market, the job market. Then you got people talking about the food stamp crisis, and now they're talking about the time. Now it's the time. First of all, time shouldn't have never mattered in the first place. I'm going to just be 100. It shouldn't have mattered in the first place. Real talk. People be worried. They're worried about stuff like that. Bro, they've been playing in our faces for decades, for centuries. They've been playing in our faces with this time situation. Time is moving back an hour. Time is moving forward. Time will be moving back. Now, okay, now it's going to be moving forward. Oh, now it's going to be moving back. Hold that thought. Got too comfortable. It's going to move forward. So we control the time, and you wake up when we say you do. You go to work when we tell you to. You got to pay your bills, right? Take your children to school so you can go to work. Now we push those holidays out there, and we need you to celebrate those holidays. Celebrate those holidays. Go spend some money for the holidays that we created, because it's fun. It's for your family. It's for you and your family. What do you mean? We're helping to bring families together. Go and spend some money so you can have fun with your family, okay? Shh, don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear the cries, oh, you don't have enough money. You can at least buy some lights or something to put up for Christmas. Buy your kids some gifts or something from Dollar Tree. Do something, because the money that we gave you, we need that back. A bunch of damn Indian givers, bro. These politicians is a bunch of Indian givers. Y'all don't understand. Money is supposed to be used as a tool. So therefore, you shouldn't give a damn about it anyway. That's number one. Number two. Bruh. The same money that you're getting from that job, the same money that you receive from working at your job is the same exact money that you're going to give back to the government. Because you want to know why? You're going to be spending it on bills. You're going to be spending it. And when you spend it, it goes back. And it's like they're getting this money that they're giving us. They're getting it back. So come on now. Then you got big corporations like Walmart that makes $2 billion a month. And Walmart is a very greedy corporation, and Amazon is too. And they're not helping with this crisis. Have anybody thought about that? Why is these big corporations that receive mostly SNAP benefit, money from SNAP benefits, why is it that they're not helping the people? Why is it that they can't contribute in some sort of way? Is that too much? Why is it that the same exact corporations that you spend probably hundreds of thousands of dollars at yearly, why is it that they can't at least give you a free loaf of bread, a free gallon of milk, a big bag of beans? Why is it that they can't help the people? What's the problem? What's the problem? Has anybody thought about that? All of these big, huge corporations, Target, Walmart, Walgreens, Amazon, you name it. All of these places, Why is it that they getting all this money, but they can't help? I don't even want to hear nobody talk about how, oh, they can't do it because they're a corporation, because they need that stuff. If Walmart got all this money, if Amazon got all this money, and we talking the CEOs is billionaires, bro, why can't they help? Why can't they help? I'm seeing all of these big corporations funding the Trump, funding the Trump administration millions of dollars to build a ballroom. How come they can't help the people here? How come nobody, not any corporation, can help starving people? Why is that? Why is that? Why can't they help the people that is about to starve, the children that is about to starve? Why can't they help the food stamp crisis, the food crisis, the food shortage that is about to come? Why? And most importantly, I didn't get to this part, y'all. Pay attention. Stay on point. Because guess what else is happening while this food crisis is happening? Now, these flights and stuff like that are getting delayed and canceled, and they piling up on top of each other. So, not only do you want to go out of the country with your family for the holidays, or, as a vacation or a trip, but you can't travel to other states right now because of the government shutdown. And because of the government shutdown, they are laying off traffic control. The traffic control people at the airport, they're laying them off. Then, most importantly, during the government shutdown, they stated that they are not paying the people, TSA employees at the airport. So a lot of these employees are not getting paid. They are having to work and they're not getting paid. But you got some good-hearted TSA employees that still want to come to work to, help the people. Then you got some of those that are greedy, and they're only going to work because they feel like once the government shutdown is over with, they're going to get back pay. But to my understanding, it sounds like they're not going to do back pay. That's, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Y'all go ahead and do your own research and look into that. But do you see the pattern? Do you see? And let's not forget, he deployed the military. He deployed the National Guard. He deployed ICE. Let's not forget, all of these things started to happen in order, right? What the hell is that telling you? What is that telling you? What is that telling you? I'm telling you, United States of America is in trouble right now. For real. They are trying to lock you in your state, lock you in your city. You cannot book a flight. If you book a flight, it potentially may be delayed or canceled because of the government shutdown. My stomach is growling, y'all. So, man, I'm about to hurry to get up off of here. But all of this is happening back to back to back. Okay. Let me read the comments. You said they keep that money. I read that part. You said playing a live you cooked on, and cooking on live is basically double cooking. Can't wait till you cook that chili. You funny. I got you though, because I'm getting to that point where now I'm wanting some chili. You said they need folks to stay asleep so they can have them spend the money. Exactly. They need people to stay deep into the matrix. They need people to stay asleep. They need you to be lost. They need your ass lost so they can continue to make more money. These people, their God is on the back of the money. That they already let you know that their love of money has grew so strong that they will literally sit back with their champagne glasses, with their Rolex on, and their nice jewelry and their business suits, and they sit back rich and wealthy, and they watch the people of America struggle. I don't hear anybody talking about how all of these CEOs and these big corporations can literally fund SNAP. The USDA refuses to do it because the USDA is saying that their funds that they have is to not fund SNAP. It is to be used for emergency disasters. That's what they're saying. The USDA is saying that they are supposed to be using their money for emergency disasters. Nothing to see here. Even though we naturally fund SNAP anyway, we're just not going to be doing that with our emergency benefits that we have, our emergency funds that we have. It's not going to happen. That lets you know that the USDA seen this coming. All of these big corporations seen this coming. They seen it coming. And they know, listen, they was making all that money month after month, year after year, getting all of that money. Just enough so they don't need your ass anymore. Because they're faking right now, trying to make it seem like, oh, our business is going to go down. You motherfuckers knew this. You knew it. It's not like you can't give the American people a box of food or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you can't, because you can. Y'all, they got all this money. All of this money. These are millionaires and billionaires of these companies. You telling me they can't give somebody a big box of food, and they want you to rely on your nearest food pantry after you didn't spend all of your money with them? Every month you go to the same grocery store. Every week you go to the same grocery store. And they are going to sit back and watch your ass suffer. And they're going to police the hell out of their grocery stores because they don't want you to steal any of their products. I'm just saying. What does this tell you, though? This tells you that they all saw this coming. They knew what was up. And they sat here and they said, let's watch the people suffer. Now, I do want to let y'all know it's a possibility that there will be mass chaos, and there's a possibility that it won't be mass chaos. It's a possibility that, the government shutdown will end, and, they may give everybody their food stamps again and everything will go back to normal. But see, that's the whole thing in a nutshell, y'all. They want you, see, they're going to do stuff like this. And then they're going to turn it around and make everything go back to normal and make it seem like this shit ain't never happened. And then they're going to make you live your lives normally. And then all of a sudden, bam, mass chaos again. Something else. And they're going to keep playing in your faces. And then they're going to keep just playing with you. That's all it is. Oh, I appreciate you, hubby. You already know, man. You be really motivating me, and I had to go hard on this one because you did your thing earlier today, and I really like your live as well. You really did your thing. Y'all go follow him. This is him in the chat, King Lil TV 31. That's his YouTube channel. Exactly, as if it will hurt them to help some folks. Come on, man. Ain't nobody talking about this. I don't think I've seen anybody say anything about that. All of these big corporations and stuff, you telling me that they can't pack up some food in boxes and give to the people? All of your neighborhood grocery stores and stuff like that. Why can't they do that? And they're making millions and billions of dollars every month, like Walmart. I swear people really be like, people hate each other based off the color of it. Like, how can you hate me
for the color of my skin or my ethnicity. As if it's my fault that I was born the way that I... What?
Come on.
And then they don't want nobody to feel that way about them, but they go around here and they hating you because of the color of your skin or because of, you know, who you are.
Black people too. Black people too. It ain't just other races. It's my own race. They will literally dislike you because of your skin complexion. You got people that dislike you because you're too dark. Black people that'll dislike you because you're light skinned. Black people that'll dislike you because your skin, your hair, and your nails is clear, and you know, your nails grow longer than theirs. Your skin is clearer than theirs. You got freckles and they don't. You got long natural hair and they don't. And it's like, figure out any way to hate each other. You embrace your struggle when they don't. People just want to watch you suffer. That's all. They want to watch you suffer. They want to watch you go from something to nothing.
Your race, you know. That's a shame, man. For real. You know, we all come from different backgrounds, you know, we come in different shades, you know. We all come from different backgrounds, so you shouldn't judge nobody just because of, like, where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to say, like, that's why I'm saying, like, we all need to join hands to help each other. And not join hands because Elon Musk and Trump is taking over the universe. Like, I get it, but I don't. And it's not because I don't want to get it. It's because it's bigger than that.
Right?
It's bigger than them taking away rights and free speech and all that. It's bigger than that. It's like, when is everybody gonna wake up and realize that, hello, we need to help each other out here.
Exactly.
Y'all sitting up here worried about our rights and our free speech, and I get it, but at the same time, when they do what they do, nobody's gonna have rights.
Exactly.
And that.
Do anybody got rights right now? Do you have rights when it comes down to them doing this, you know, thing with this food SNAP benefit thing? Do you have rights now? Because like I said 6 months ago, it's going to get to the point where no one has rights. Because if you have rights, then how come ain't nobody getting out there in the streets protesting right now and holding up signs and stuff like that, and the politicians are not taking action? If you have rights, why is it that the politicians are not taking action and they refuse? They refuse. You want to know why? Because they have been waiting for the moment to watch America crumble. You said nope, ain't a soul motherfucking safe. Constitution is a motherfucking lie. It is. The Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, in my eyes, it is a ritual. I don't take pride in anything like that. Real talk. It's just something that they want you to recite so that they can know that you are a dedicated slave to their system. That's why they put something called the U.S. Constitution, man. BS, man. None of that stuff matters, bro. It don't.
That's the truth. When the beast system goes so far, nobody is going to have their rights.
Nobody.
Let's focus on how...
And let's be 100. They've been violating your so-called rights since day one. But I'll tell you who we do have rights with. The Most High God. We do. I tell you who do have our back, who does love us, the Most High God. I tell you who won't turn on you, the Most High God. I'm telling you, man, because when he bless you, he blesses you. For real. He will really bless you. And he got something for you that can last a lifetime. But see, a lot of people, they don't want to know what that is. See, the Most High God got something for you that will literally last you a lifetime. And it's one of the biggest blessings that anybody can ever have in their life. And that's consciousness. And that's wisdom. And that's spiritual discernment. And that's knowledge. And that's understanding. And that's strength in the mind. Man, when I tell you, once you get that, you are already wealthy. You good. You're set. But people don't want that because they don't feel like that's valuable enough. But I'm going to tell you right now, when you have that, it's going to get you very far in life. Very far along your journey. You know, you'll start to understand life a lot better. You'll start to understand what they're doing a lot better. You'll start to not give a damn. It's like, look, this y'all system, you got it. Do what you do. But it's crazy because a lot of people, they do want wisdom. And they do want those things. But at the same time, they don't. Because they don't feel like, they feel like they somewhat already got it. They feel like, well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know a little something, but, they don't really care to really know. They don't really care to go through the fire. They don't want to. Because they too afraid that they going to come out with burns and it's going to show. They afraid to really put themselves in a wilderness because they don't want to be alone. They need somebody to be there with them to keep them company. They're afraid to walk alone a journey by themselves because they're afraid of, the darkness. They're afraid of how they might not get through the darkness. They're afraid that they'll get lost and they won't be able to find their ways. That's why a lot of people are resistant to unplugging away from the matrix. A lot of people are resistant to walk along their own journey. Instead, they'll rather go that way on a destination with everybody else because they believe that they found the way. They believe that those people found the way and they know where they're going. And all it takes is for them to follow the lead. They say, I want to go with y'all. Wait, hold on. Where y'all going? I want to come too. That journey, man, that's boring. That journey stuff, that's boring. That's lame. That's whack. I'm scared. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be cold. I don't want to be isolated away from anybody. And this is exactly why. This is why we have a world full of people with carnal minds, because they decided to walk along the destination, run along the destination, as a matter of fact, because they thought that there was a finish line, but it wasn't. We can help each other out here. There's going to be way more situations going on out here other than some damn politics. Mm-hmm. Y'all see what this man just did? Y'all see?
And all he's doing is preparing everybody to experience the struggle. My husband said he feel like, you know, it's going to be like everybody is going to, like, people going to be just barely making it. That's how it's going to be.
Hubby, this is what you said 6 months ago. Remember, I asked you 6 months ago, because I remember we was kind of talking in the living room, and I said, what do you think is going to happen later on down the line, being that Trump just signed this executive order? You said, I feel like people are going to be out here making it, but just barely making it. You know what I'm saying? And here we are, November 4th, and that's exactly what's going on. People are literally barely making it. The so-called working class.
You know, but they gonna be able to get by, but barely though.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his input. And I said, well, I feel like it's just gonna get to a point where, you know, society crumbles really bad,
Mm-hmm.
you know, economically, to the point where, like, people gonna be, like, taken from each other. You know, it's gonna be way worse than you seeing a robbery here and there on the streets. It's gonna be like, you know, people are really gonna take from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are gonna be struggling so bad that they can't even afford a loaf of bread.
Mm-hmm. Famine.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you better get ready. Because when we were homeless for 2.5 years, we had to witness a struggle like that. We had to feel a struggle like that. Imagine how it feels to not be able to get you $1 of water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Imagine how it feels. You can't even afford to get you a bag of chips or a sandwich from the gas station. Imagine that type of struggle.
Yep.
Yeah. I know a lot of y'all
can't even imagine, can you? But you going through it now, pretty much.
If you ain't got it together right now, then you better figure out how you gonna get it together. That's how we're about to live right now.
Damn. Yep.
But I'm not saying this to scare anybody, you know. I'm just saying the truth. I'm just stating the obvious.
Yep.
It's not my...
You said, right, Sleepy. Oh, Sleepy said you be dropping some gems. Hey, look, I do whatever, I do what I desire, what I feel that I need to go and do. Like, I could literally be chilling and all of a sudden I keep telling my husband, like, man, look, I got to make this live. Even if it's for like 5 minutes of video or something, I got to do. I got to say this. I have to get it out there. That's how I felt that day. Because I could have kept quiet about that. You know, I could have just kept that in and me and him could have just been talking about that, you know, all night. But I felt that I needed to get on here and pretty much forewarn everybody that this is what's going to come a few months down the line. You said what you titled this video, cause man, you cooked that. Oh, that was called People Will Finally Understand the Struggle. So I want to tell y'all a good way to also go to my videos. Like if you contemplating something and you like, I wonder, has Danny ever made a video about this? All you have to do is type in my, what is it called? You know, I guess they would say that's the like the URL address or email address underneath my YouTube name. Type that in and type in whatever video you think I possibly made. Maybe what if you type in Dan-My 1215 racism videos, and then you hit the search button, and then all of my videos is gonna pop up about racism. If you say Dan-My 1215 the struggle videos, and you hit the search bar, all of my videos is gonna pop up whatever videos I did about the struggle. So that's how y'all can go and look at those videos too. But this video is from 6 months ago, and it is a live stream right here. This one is called People Will Finally Understand the Struggle. You said it'd be so random, you would just be like, I gotta cook. I say go crazy, get wild, drop them jewels. Yeah. It happened randomly because I'm like, man, I just feel, I feel it. Like I feel it in my spirit. I feel it. It's coming. It's going to be here. And I know it is. And that's exactly what's going on now. And it's like, here we are 6 months later down the line, and the whole United States is pretty much struggling. Now, I do want to let y'all know that I hate to say this, but a lot of these countries, see, we watch these countries, boil over into chaos when things start happening in their countries, such as famine and all type of mass destruction, right? We watch those things unfold in these other countries. Now it's America's turn. America's turn. And I'm telling you, we are a very famous country. So a lot of countries is going to be sitting back, relaxing and watching us like, oh, snap. Look at what's going on in America. Look at what's going on in America. Hey, oh my gosh. Oh, I pray for those people. They're going to be watching us, guys. Now they're going to watch us. Now, a lot of Americans ignored what's going on in these other countries and did not have any type of compassion in their hearts for what's going on in these other countries. Because these other countries, those just are other countries. Oh, stuff like that always happen in those countries, right? Here we're gonna be in America. They're gonna figure out some sort of way to start mass chaos, which they're already trying right now with the food stamps. And they perfect timing, because they know people are going to go psycho mode over Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's Eve. So this is perfect timing. And then what you say, Sleepy? You said most importantly, nobody's going to want to go hungry in the cold months of November and December. So imagine the chaos, bro. In these other countries, it's going to be up to them if either they are going to fund the chaos or they're going to help. They're going to send some food or something. But man, a lot of people ain't paying attention to this. And see, y'all need to stop just worrying about food stamps. And I'm not, you know what? Stop worrying, okay? Keyword, worrying. Don't worry. Stop thinking about food stamps, because trust and believe me, there's more to come. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, you think we're going to get a break of the chaos? Nah, you're not. They're going to continue on. Now, it's about how you make peace in your life while the world is in chaos. It's about how you maneuver through your journey while the world is, while that path, that destination that everybody is walking along or running along has erupted into chaos. While you, on the other hand, are walking along your journey looking like, wow, see, they should have just walked along their journey. They wouldn't have to deal with the mass destruction along the destination. You say feel free to donate to the Cash App. You feel me? Hey, we gotta help each other in these times. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Stop thinking about everything. Just live in a moment. It's really about how we live, pretty much, though. I'm gonna listen to a couple more minutes.
People just they ignoring it, and they really ignoring that.
Right.
I mean, people really be out here marching for this, for everything else other than what are they doing to us? Like, do you not know how many people out here is without a job? They can't even get hired anywhere.
Yep.
Do you not know how many people out here is homeless? And I mean really homeless, because there's people faking and pretending to be homeless, but do you not know how many people out here is homeless? Simply because they couldn't afford to pay their rent anymore.
I want to stop right here. So y'all go check out that video. It's called People Will Finally Understand the Struggle. Let me know if y'all want me to move on to the next video. There's another video I want to react to. Not of Mans, but of another guy's. So let me know if you want me to move on or you want me to finish up playing this video. You said you cooking for real as if you made this yesterday. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy for real how I literally made this 6 months ago. It do sound like I'm talking about something that just happened. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what? We're gonna go ahead. Y'all go check out that video. People will finally understand the struggle. Like I said, I keep saying it. I don't know why I keep saying it. So we're going to go to this guy. His name's Snyder Reports. And the name of his video is called Walmart and Amazon Warn of Major Changes Coming. Let's get it. It's very, very informative videos.
Looking for an easier way to get that.
Sometimes I do watch his videos because it's very informative when it comes down to the food crisis, and he actually does have the facts. You know, a lot of these content creators be you already know.
Right now, millions of workers around the United States are being put on notice that we better have a good fourth quarter or your job may not be there come 2026. I even got an email, and I'm going to read a little bit of this email to you, but this is from a not a high-level executive from Walmart, but somebody that is I think they're like a regional manager to a Walmart. And so what they're saying is scary because they're already expecting layoffs, not just in December, which they're going to have some, according to this person, but come 2026, Walmart is anticipating they will be laying people off as a result of a slow Q4. So, I want to show you something. Look at this. It says, the nation's largest employers are putting their workers on notice. It says, Amazon is cutting jobs in the efficiency drive, and Walmart says its headcount will stay flat as artificial intelligence disrupts some roles. What we are seeing right now in the threat that is coming is that Walmart, Amazon, Target, Costco, and the list goes on and on.
Yep, all these big corporations.
All these big companies are now threatening workers, saying that you better understand how artificial intelligence will make your job easier and you can use it to actually become more efficient, or your job is going to go to somebody else. I want to read something to you. Look at this right here.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It was this Walmart that me and my husband used to go to. Actually, it was the same Walmart where we had when we was homeless. We used to sleep in their parking lot. But we watched them go from the regular checkout lanes to the whole entire, like the whole front of the store was self-checkout. They had no regular cash registers at all. Everything was self-checkout. And the employees that was working, they had them monitoring and standing over you in self-checkout. You know what I'm saying? Then they got a lot of employees that was on the floor putting up, stocking and stuff like that. But yeah, these big corporations is turning everything into AI tech. Real talk.
It says, Amazon and Walmart, the nation's two largest private employers, swelled with hundreds of thousands of new workers in recent years as they battled for larger slices of consumer pocketbooks. Amazon said in 2021 that its workforce had grown to more than 1.6 million people and boasted of being the largest job creator in the U.S. Walmart said last year that plans for 150 new stores would create jobs across the United States. And that is true. They are trying to, so Walmart, for instance, is opening up new stores, but also closing others. We had one right here in Federal Way just shut down, and this is a store I went to all the time. Well, years ago. And the interesting thing right now is Walmart is realizing that going the e-commerce route makes more sense because people are pulling up their phones, looking at things on their phone, and even Walmart themselves have a new new technology, well, to them, but it's something that I think Wayfair has been using for several years, and it's using artificial intelligence. Home Depot uses the same thing, where you can pick out some carpet on your phone, you can go to the room, take a picture of the room, and the AI will actually put that carpet or the flooring in the room. They'll do the same thing with a refrigerator, a stove, a dishwasher. You can even design cabinets, right? It's just great. Well, I want to show you something. Look at this. It says, Walmart announces change for holiday shopping. I want to show you what some of their changes are. Look at this right here. It says what to know. On October 31st, 2025, Walmart announced 5 new shopping tools that are built into the Walmart app, which it hopes will make both in-store and online shopping easier. When I read this to you, again, keep in mind that Walmart's starting to do this now, where you can actually go and find different items, make it easier, don't have to walk through the store. Well, guess what? That's exactly what e-commerce allows us to do. We go right to the website, we type in what we're looking for, it brings up a whole list, we click buy, we check out, we're done. It shows up at our doorstep. I want to show you this. Right. So right here, these in-store savings tool. This feature flags products that are on sale, including Black Friday deals, rollbacks, and clearance items in a customer's local Walmart store. Great. We can do that all online. Enhanced search and navigation.
You can literally do everything online.
Walmart, customers can use this feature to search for an item, check if it's in stock, and discover its exact location within the store. Guess what? Home Depot does that as well. It's pretty simple, okay? But here's a couple big ones. This one right here. 3D and augmented reality shopping. Shoppers can use AI-driven augmented reality to view home decor and holiday scenes in 3D. For instance, with Shop the Background, customers can click on items within online images and add them to their cart. And with Dynamic Showroom, they can view specific rooms, a moody dining room, and swap out furnishings to match their taste. Okay, so again, simple. Okay, they're using AI. This is the reason why I bring this to your attention, because what Walmart CEO just said. Look at this.
What is that?
This is the Walmart CEO on AI. Every job we've got is going to change.
Evil as hell. Because see, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? These CEOs, they got all this money, and they're taking all of their money and putting it into AI. That's what they're doing.
Now, why does this matter to you if you don't work at Walmart? Because what Walmart does and what Amazon does, these are the two largest employers in the United States, okay, for private employers. The issue with when they make a change, when they do layoffs, what happens is people then, or other companies see that, oh, Walmart is using AI in this way. This is the reason why. Amazon's using AI like this, and they're having this type of success. We should follow. Here's the problem. Right now, there are many companies that are trying to use Amazon, and specifically AWS, and you'll probably see articles over the next several weeks and probably over the next several months where they're trying to buy more compute from Amazon. And I'm not getting to the specifics here, but Amazon is not able to provide what a lot of these companies need yet, but they are going to. They have restructured, they're shifting, they're spending more money on AWS because that's bringing in more money. Okay, that's Amazon Web Services. With that said, as they put more money into Amazon Web Services and all these other companies are using AWS, this is only going to make artificial intelligence more powerful, meaning more companies are going to use it, more companies will see success in it, and when that happens, there will be more layoffs.
One second, guys. All right, we back, guys. Sorry about that.
A warning from somebody that is I believe a regional manager at Walmart. And this person says, if holiday sales are slow for Black Friday, and I took the email that I received and pretty much shortened it. Okay, this is pretty much what I got. If holiday sales are slow for Black Friday, then expect some minor layoffs before the end of the year. And if we see a hit in sales for the remainder of the year, so in December, expect at least a 5% layoff to start 2026. 5%. Walmart is one of the largest private employers in the United States. And they are saying that they could expect a 5% layoff. That's a massive hit, okay? So again, why am I bringing this to your attention right now? Well, it's simple. I want you to understand what's happening. Because what is going on right now is more and more companies are using artificial intelligence. They're trying to restructure. They're seeing that tariffs and obviously just the economy in general are making it harder for people to go and shop. And over the past several years, many people bought everything that they needed. Bought new furniture, bought new clothing, bought a new car, bought a new house. Okay, they're done. They don't want to buy anything. They're trying to save, trying to pay down debt. That's what they're trying to do. The problem is expenses are so high they can't save, they can't pay down debt. So guess what? They are pretty much stuck in limbo unless they see a massive increase to their earnings, which...
So they feel like AI technology being used inside of their corporations and their businesses is going to be a big help because they don't need employees. They don't have to pay their employees, you know?
Most people aren't. They are stuck, which means they're not spending money at your stores. So we're going to see what happens. But as of right now, there's a lot of economic uncertainty unfolding here in the United States. And if you look at the stock market just this morning, that's exactly what we saw. So I'll leave you with that. But as of right now, that is what we know. But as soon as we get more information, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as we have them. But again, thank you guys for watching. consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah. Yep. And this concludes pretty much the live stream.
The federal government.
Let me see if he updated anything. Yep, 3 hours ago. Trump threatens to withhold the payments. Let's look at this one. This is Snyder reports he actually updates. He keeps everybody up to date. He has a 610,000 subscribers. He actually keeps everybody up to date with the facts and what's going on. So let's take a look at this before we completely end this stream.
We have some breaking news. Just this morning, President Trump threatened to not send SNAP benefits to millions of beneficiaries until Democrats decide to reopen the federal government. Look at this. It says Trump suggests U.S. won't pay any SNAP benefits during shutdown, contradicting a court filing. Not only did President Trump come out and say that he does not want to send out any funding to the SNAP beneficiaries until the Democrats open up the federal government, but a judge also wants to force the Trump administration to pay full benefits and not partial. I want to explain what's going on there, and I'll do that in just a moment. But if this SNAP benefit issue is actually causing you to struggles and pain, go ahead, hit that like button. I've been talking to a lot of people, working out a lot of different things, because not only are we seeing food banks are just overloaded and we're seeing people are struggling to get food, but there's a lot of businesses that are donating. So go ahead, hit that like button. Again, working on some very interesting things behind the scenes. But here's what else is crazy. The USDA also announced this morning, telling grocery stores, do not provide any type of deal. Don't provide any additional discounts. Do not do it.
Woo! Bummer. Do y'all see how they all in on this? They want to watch the chaos unfold. Ooh-wee.
Because you would be stuck with that. The USDA is not going to refund any special treatment. So keep that in mind. I want to read you this from Truth Social. Look at this. This is what President Trump said this morning. Says, SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars manyfold during crooked Joe Biden's disastrous term in office due to the fact that they were haphazardly handed to anyone for the asking, as opposed to just those in need, which is the purpose of SNAP, will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up government, which they can easily do and not before. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President DJT. Okay. So President Trump says that SNAP benefits would only be given out once Democrats reopen up the federal government. Well, here's what the White House had to say. Okay, look at this. It says White House says it will make some SNAP payments after Trump threatened to defy court. The president suggested earlier in the day that he would withhold food stamp payments despite a court order mandating the administration pay partial benefits.
Do y'all see how this man gets to violate court orders and stuff, though? So now he's saying that he's going to refuse. And it's crazy because this is what they have been telling us. It's just that a lot of people haven't been paying attention. Now, they did forewarn us that Trump could potentially, he might be saying it because him and his administration already appealed the matter. You know what I'm saying? They did say that Trump has time to appeal the judge's order. This is the whole stage play. Look at the USDA. They in on this. They know that these grocery stores are going to try to give up some sort of deal, you know what I'm saying, so that they can be able to have more money coming in. But the USDA is the people that usually, the USDA is who funds SNAP. But they're saying, telling the grocery stores, if you give these people any deals, that money won't be given back to you. That's on you. You're going to be the ones losing out on money. You see how this is all about the money, bro? It's all about the Benjamins, and these corporations and these people are showing how wicked and evil they truly are. Y'all got to pay attention to the bigger picture. And I'm glad that this man is breaking this down.
Very, very scary. I want to read this to you.
Hold on.
This machine could change t-shirt printing forever.
Let's go back
this
to
t-shirt with the back neck label. Sleep.
It says,
let's go back to what he's saying.
Mandating the administration pay partial benefits. Here's where things are becoming very, very scary. I want to read this to you. It says, hours after that ultimatum, Caroline Leavitt, who's the White House press secretary, she appeared to walk back the president's comments. She told reporters at a news briefing that the administration is fully complying with the court and would provide partial food stamp payments in November.
I want y'all to please, man, listen to me right now. This is just a forewarning to the people. Do not trust this administration. Trump is very double-minded. Trump is already letting us know he won't do it. He can violate court orders if he wants to. This man can do whatever the hell he wants. Do not, I'm telling you, they want you to trust them. They want y'all to trust in man and stuff like that. Because right now, there is a potential nobody's getting anything at all, even though they said that they're going to give us something, or people are getting something, but it's going to be very few people who gets 50% of what they usually get. So my thing that I want to say to the people is to still prepare. Don't stop, prepare, please, because they're obviously showing us what they are on. They showing you that. They want you to rely heavily on them so that they can disappoint you.
The issue we're facing right now is that we do not know how fast these benefits are going to come out. And some say it would actually be faster if Democrats were to negotiate and just open up the government and then negotiate. That would be quicker, okay? That would be much faster than trying to figure out how to send partial payments to 40 plus million Americans. That right there could be a disaster, where some people may not receive any benefit at all. Others could receive a full 100% benefit. It all depends on the states. I want to keep reading this. It says, we're complying with the court's order, and we're getting that partial payment out the door as much as we can, and as quickly as we can. But it's going to take some time. That's what she said. Now,
1 second,
here's
guys.
what's
Give me
really
a second.
interesting.
All right, sorry for the interruption, y'all. We are back. Let's finish up this video and get this little information, and then we're going to go ahead and end the stream.
The Trump administration tells judge it will partially fund SNAP benefits using contingency funds. And that's it. Only going to partially fund the benefit program. But this is where it's getting very interesting. Look at this. This is from Caroline Levitt. It says, we are digging into a contingency fund that is supposed to be for emergencies, catastrophes, for war. And the president does not want to have to tap into this fund in the future. And that's what he was referring to.
Bullshit, man. Bullshit. At the end of the day, when there's wars and all type of stuff and disasters, they still make people suffer.
Post. She also said that the U.S. Department of Agriculture had issued guidance on Tuesday to individual states about the amount of money being dispersed to SNAP recipients. That is where it is going to be a problem. The United States, and again, if you are reading up on SNAP benefits, you're probably not reading up on a potential war with Russia and Ukraine. You're probably not looking at the conflict between the United States and Venezuela, or how the United States just the other day said that we may have to send U.S. military troops down into Mexico to battle drug cartels. In order to keep the drugs out of the United States, we may have to go into Mexico and stop them there.
You talking about can keep the drugs out of the United States, bro. First and foremost, they're gonna, the pharmaceutical companies is the ones with all the drugs. So why you don't send the U.S. military into the pharmaceutical companies to battle, the pharmaceutical companies? Because they're the ones with all of the drugs too. Let's be 100. There's drugs that's been here, guns that's been here. And you got these police officers that's in on this crap, and they're putting this stuff in these neighborhoods. And that's how the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the, Julios and the Jose's and stuff like that get the drugs. And the guns and stuff like that. That stuff been here. And they just making a reason to try to use their money and whatever, man. They power. They just making excuses.
Not at the border. So with all that said, there is a possibility that we need some additional funding for a possible war. And at the same time, what about money that could go to Jamaica? What about money that could go to people for wildfire victims, people that were affected by hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes? What about all those emergencies and those catastrophes? That's what some of this contingency funding is for.
Right.
Again,
and do
I think those are more important than feeding the American people? I think both are extremely important. But here's the problem. If we take, and again, I've said this before, we can't rob Peter to pay Paul, because then what happens is, where do we get that money to go and pay for the first person? Where do we get that money to go pay for an emergency, a catastrophe, a war? Especially if the federal government doesn't reopen. If the federal government reopens, then nothing changes. Everything's perfectly fine. We take that money that was supposed to go to SNAP and we redirect it back into the contingency fund. Simple, right? It's easy enough. But the concern right now is everybody's trying to figure out how can they get the upper hand on the other party. Republicans are trying to do whatever they can to get Democrats to agree to reopen the federal government. Democrats are trying to do everything they can to put as much pressure on Republicans to say, we are not going to reopen until you extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies. So right now, we're at a standstill, and we are not going anywhere as of today. So here's the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention. President Trump suggested, he suggests that the U.S. will not pay any SNAP benefits during a shutdown. And the White House says, no, that's not exactly what he was saying. This is what he meant. The problem is, we have all these people just saying what they think, but not actually giving us the facts as to, is the money coming for SNAP? Are people going to receive their benefits? And if they are, when is the money coming? I know for me personally, if I were on SNAP benefits, it'd be a mess. I would be chaotic because I'd be wondering, when is that money going to come through?
Hold on, pause, bro. This man just admitted if he was on SNAP, he would be chaotic. Hold on, I gotta finish hearing what you... Bro, you just said, I know for a fact that if I was on SNAP, I would be chaotic. Bruh.
My kids, I need to feed my family. When is that money coming through?
Because you would, basically what you saying is, if you was on SNAP, you would rely heavily on daddy government. I'm just saying, like, for real. He said if I was on SNAP, I would be very chaotic. Because I would be like, I need the money to pay my kids. When are you guys going to hurry up? And that's how the people are right now. They chaotic in the minds. And then they trust and believe in the government so strongly that they are sitting back, staring at their phones, staring at their food stamp account, and steady seeing $0 or $5 that's left or $10 that's left, and they don't know what to do. All they know is Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up. But this man admitted that if he was on SNAP, he would be chaotic.
SNAP benefits. It'd be a mess. I would be chaotic because I'd be wondering, when is that money going to come through? I need to feed my kids. I need to feed my family. When is that money coming through? Should I go and try to find another job? Should I go do whatever I have to do to put food on the table?
And there you go. Let's finish hearing what you got to say.
This is the concern, is that people don't know, and they have a lot of uncertainty in their life. There's a good chance they're going to go and do something that is highly questionable, like steal food. Okay, rob somebody. That's the concern. So we'll see what happens over the next several hours, because again, this is just a short while ago, but as of right now, as I'm making this video, okay, the SNAP benefits are going to come out. It's just a matter of when and how much are you actually going to get. Well, we'll find that out soon enough, so let me know down in the comment section below. As soon as you receive your SNAP benefits, let me know. You don't got to tell me how much you received, but I'd love to know what percentage of your SNAP benefits you actually received. Was it 50% or was it much less? Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Wow. Man. Hey. Y'all gotta understand something, though. It's beauty in the struggle. It's beauty in the struggle, but it's ugliness in the success. Real talk.
Love yours.
Yep.
Love yours.
Yep.
No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga. It goes for all y'all. It's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Let me explain. Yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Cause all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind. Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being broke is better. Life that's better than yours. No such thing as a
He
life
said, I
that's
think
better
broke
than
is
yours.
being
Think
better.
being broke is better. Life that's better
Broke
than
was
yours.
better.
Being broke is better. No such
Yep.
thing. For what's money without happiness?
Shout out to Sleepy,
Or hard
man.
times without
I
the
seen
people
what
you
you
love.
did. I
Though I'm
appreciate
not
you,
sure what's
bro.
about to happen next.
Very, very, very amazing
Cause I've been
supporter.
strong so far, but I can feel my grip.
You know,
loosening.
you and my husband
Before
both
you lose it for good.
biggest
Get it back and
supporters.
use it
I
for
really
good.
appreciate
And trust the
both of
people how
y'all.
you did like before. I'm tired of living with demons 'cause they
You said
always
the guy
invite
is
them more.
one of the
Think
most
being broke
humblest
was better.
people you
Now, I
ever
don't
will
mean
meet
that
in
phrase with no
life.
disrespect to all my niggas out
Man.
there living in debt. Cash and minimal checks.
Telling you.
Turn on the TV, see a nigga Rolex, and fantasize about a life with no stress. I mean this shit sincerely. And as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours. But you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he
Appreciate
arrived.
everybody for coming through. I appreciate all y'all for coming through, staying tuned, and getting the updates on what's going on. Y'all stay safe out there, man. For real. It's getting real out here. You know, I was pretty much just trying to forewarn the people 6 months ago. Y'all stay aware, stay on point. To be aware is to be smart. And look, you gotta figure out how you gonna make it work out here for real. Make it work at this point. It is what it is, man. These people gonna do whatever they wanna do. And not an ounce of protest or none of that stuff that y'all do is gonna stop them. Clearly, you see they all in on this. All these big corporations, the USDA, all these people, man. This is sick. It's very sick. But y'all, we gotta stick together in these times. It's time to unite. It's time to come together. If you don't want to come together with your brother or your sister, you don't want to help nobody keep that negativity over there, you can go ahead on with the other people that's negative as hell, man. We out here, we positive as ever, and we trying to come together, man. This time, I don't care what ethnicity you is. I don't care if you're black, white, Latino, Arabian. I don't care what ethnicity you are. I'm all open arms to any race there is. But look, man, we really have to stick together in these times right now. What y'all keep worrying about the food stamps coming on tonight, man. It's more to this right now. At this point, y'all been looking for unity. This is unity right here. This is about to show you unity. And I guarantee you, this is going to show you how many people are extremely prideful and how many people is humble right now. I'm going to be honest with you. So, you talking, let's join hands? Let's join hands on this one. Let's see how many people is able to join hands. Real talk. You said appreciate you all. Salute to the real one, Sleepy. Hopefully y'all can jump on the train. What you say? On the train before Danny TV blows up. But God bless y'all. Love y'all. Yep, let's spread the love and walk in God's faith, unite once for all so we can meet in heaven. You feel me? Because I'm going to tell y'all where the final destination is. The final destination is heaven. There is no finish line. There is no destination here, man. Don't listen to all that BS. People swear they got the blueprint, but the only thing that they know is to work. That's the only thing they know, is to work all day, every day, and slave like they want you to. They want you to slave, just like them. I'm telling y'all, man, I've been trying to warn the people since April. I tried to warn my damn self, you know what I'm saying? But look, please, whatever y'all do, don't feed into the chaos out here. Let's feed into unity. Let's feed into trying to unite as a people. I'm not talking about the black community. Yeah, the black community should come together too, but I feel like we should, all races, everybody. Because see, the Bible is saying nations will rise against a nation. And yes, it will. It sure will, because it's been happening. Nations will rise against nations. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We gotta stick together in these times. Don't worry about what this person think of you and that person think of you, because you ain't got that much money like they do. Because you don't have the best car and they do. You got a car that can get you around, don't you? Because you got a weird looking apartment and they don't. But you got somewhere to lay your head, don't you? Because they got all the name brand foods in their cabinet and they eat rich, you know, they eat rich foods. And you ain't really got too much in your cabinet, but at least you got something that can get you through the day, that can get you through the night. Look, stop looking for validation and stop looking at these other people to stop allowing their judgment to control your emotions, because you already let daddy government do that in the first place, and that's the problem now.
Turn on the TV, see a nigga Rolex and fantasize about a life with no stress. I mean, this shit's sincerely. And as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got.
And always know that it's beauty in the struggle and ugliness in the success.
Better out there on the tours, but you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. Such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. Such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. Such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas, man.